Independence forces in Western Sahara say Morocco has ignited a war by launching a military offensive. The Moroccan army is moving into the UN-controlled zone on the border with Mauritania to combat the Polisario Front. The group is accused of attacking trucks and extorting people. Pro-independence activists deny the claims, saying they were peacefully protesting. The Polisario say the operation ends a 3-decade ceasefire. So who are the Polisario Front? Well, they're a liberation movement made up of ethnic Sahrawis aimed at driving the Moroccan presence out of Western Sahara. They say the former Spanish colony is their homeland and have pushed for independence for decades. Morocco claims it as theirs. The two sides battled for control for 16 years before reaching a UN-backed ceasefire agreement in 1991. Today, more than 2/3 of the region is controlled by Morocco. A planned referendum on its status has not taken place. Neighbours Algeria and Mauritania have called on both sides to exercise restraint. Algeria is the main supporter of the Polisario Front, and many refugees from the region live in Algeria. Well, for more, let's cross to our diplomatic editor, James Bays at the United Nations. James, so the UN is involved here, right? There are UN peacekeepers on the border with Mauritania. What are you hearing from UN officials?
The UN is deeply concerned about the situation right now in Western Sahara, a territory, as you say, used to be a Spanish colony, a territory where there have been UN personnel based for 29 years, originally sent there for a referendum that never took place. This was the comment from the spokesperson of the UN Secretary General.
The Secretary General remains committed to doing his utmost to avoid the collapse of the ceasefire that has been in place since 6 September 1991, and he is determined to do everything possible to remove all obstacles to the resumption of the political process. The UN mission, MINURSO, is committed to continuing to implementing its mandate, and the Secretary General calls on the parties to provide full freedom of movement for MINURSO in accordance with its mandate.
Well, Al Jazeera has obtained a copy of a letter from the head of the Polisario Front to the UN Secretary General. They were supposed to have a phone call taking place about now. A phone call, it seems, has been torpedoed by these latest developments. It's also worth telling you that the UN normally has an envoy for Western Sahara, known as the Secretary General's personal representative. That job has not been filled for 18 months. The UN said that's not the fault of the Secretary General. He needs to find the right candidate, but also get agreement from the UN Security Council. And certainly in this letter, there's a call from the Polisario Front for that UN Security Council to meet. I'm told right now no meeting is scheduled.
Okay, thanks for that, diplomatic editor James Bays at the United Nations.